follow me and listen to my speech, friends. Cassius, go to the next street and divide the crowd. Let those who will hear me speak stay. Lead us away who will follow you, and we'll explain publicly the reasons for Caesar's death.
I'll listen to Brutus.
I'll listen to Cassius, and we will compare their reasons.
Be patient until I finish. Romans, countrymen, and friends, listen to my reasons and be silent so you can hear. Believe me on my honor and keep my honor in mind, so you may believe me. Be wise when you criticize me, and keep your minds alert so you can judge me fairly. If there's anyone in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, I say to him that my love for Caesar was not less than his. If then that friend demands to know why I rose up against Caesar, this is my answer. It's not that I love Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more.
Quiet! Noble Brutus has mounted the platform.
And we will all go to our graves as slaves, or that Caesar were dead, and we all lived as free men. I weep for Caesar in that he was good to me. I rejoice in his good fortune. I honor him for being brave. For his ambition, for that, I killed him. There are tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his bravery, and death for his ambition. Who here is so low that he wants to be a slave? If there are any, speak, for it is he whom I have offended. Who here is so barbarous that he does not want to be a Roman? If there are any, speak, for it is him who I have offended. Who here is so vile that he does not love his country? If there are any, speak, for it is him who I have offended. I will pause for a reply.
No one, Brutus, no one.
Then I have offended no one. I've done no more to Caesar than you will do to me. The reasons for his death are recorded in the Capitol. His glory has not been diminished where he earned it, nor have those offenses for which he was killed been exaggerated. Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony, who, though he had no part of his killing, has benefit from his death. Receiving a share in the commonwealth, as you all will. With these words I leave. Just as I killed my best friend for the good of Rome, so will I kill myself when the country requires my death.
Let's carry him in triumph to his house.
Let's build a statue of him near those of his ancestors.
Let him become Caesar.
Caesar's better qualities exist in Brutus, and we will crown him.
We'll bring him to his house with shouts and celebration.
My countrymen,
Silence, Brutus speaks.
good countrymen, leave me alone. I want you to stay here with Antony to pay respect to Caesar's corpse, and listen to Antony's speech about Caesar's glory, which he gives with our permission. I ask that none of you leave except for myself until Antony has finished.
Let him mount the pulpit. We'll listen to him. Noble Antony, mount the podium.
For Brutus' sake, I am indebted to you.
What does he say about Brutus?
He says that for Brutus' sake, he finds himself indebted to us all.
He better not speak badly of Brutus here.
Caesar was a tyrant.
That's for sure. We are lucky that Rome is rid of him.
Quiet, Romans.
Quiet there. Let us hear him.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, give me your attention. I have come here to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do is remembered after their death, but the good is often buried with them. It might as well be the same with Caesar. The noble Brutus told you that Caesar was ambitious. If that's true, it's a serious fault, and Caesar has paid seriously for it. With the permission of Brutus and the others, for Brutus is an honorable man, they are all honorable men. I have come here to speak at Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, he was faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He brought many captives home to Rome, and this, the work of an ambitious man. When the poor cried, Caesar cried too. Ambition shouldn't be so soft. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all saw that on the Lupercal feast, Dea offered him a king's crown 3 times, and he refused it 3 times. Was this ambition? Yeah, Brutus says he was ambitious, and no question, but Brutus is an honorable man. I am not here to disprove that Brutus has said, but to say what I know. You all loved him once, and without reason. Then what reason holds you back from mourning him now? Men have become brutish beasts and lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause until it returns to me.
I think there's a lot of sense in what he says.
If you think about it correctly, Caesar has suffered a great wrong.
Has he, sirs? I'm worried there'll be someone worse to replace him.
Did you hear, Antony? Caesar wouldn't take the crown. Therefore, it turned that he wasn't ambitious.
If it turns out he wasn't, certain people are going to get it. Poor man, Antony's eyes are fiery red from crying.
There isn't a nobler man than Antony in all of Rome.
Now listen, he's going to speak again.
Only yesterday the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now he lies there, worth nothing, and no one is so humble as to show him respect. O sirs, if I stirred your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I would offend Brutus and Cassius, who you all know are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I would rather wrong the dead and wrong myself and you than wrong such honorable men. But here's a paper with Caesar's seal on it. I found it in his room. It's his will. If you could only hear it, this testament, which, excuse me, I don't intend to read aloud, you would kiss dead Caesar's wounds and dip your handkerchiefs in his sacred blood, and beg for a lock of hair to remember him by. And when you died, you would mention the handkerchief or the hair in your will, bequeathing it to your heirs like a rich legacy.
Mark Antony.
The will. We want to hear Caesar's will.
Be patient, gentle friends. I must not read it. It isn't proper for you to know how much Caesar loved you. You aren't wood, you aren't stones, you're men. And being men, the contents of Caesar's will would enrage you. It's better that you don't know you're his heirs. For if you knew, just imagine what would come of it.
Read the will. We want to hear it, Antony. You have to read Caesar's will.
Will you be patient? Will you wait a while? I've said too much in telling you of it. I'm afraid.
Testament.
They were villains, murderers. The will. Read the will.
You force me to read the will then? Then make a circle around Caesar's corpse and let me show you the man who made this will. Shall I come down? Will you let me? Okay,
Come down.
Descend.
We'll let you.
Make a circle. Stand around him.
Stand away from the hearse. Stand away from the body.
Make room for Antony. Most noble Antony.
Room.
If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all know this cloak. I remember the first time Caesar ever put it on. It was the summer's evening. He was in his tent. It was the day he overcame the nervy warriors. Look, here's the warriors. Look. Here's where Cassius's dagger pierced it, and Casca's, and the hole the beloved Brutus stabbed. And when he pulled out his cursed dagger, see how Caesar's blood came with it, as if rushing at a door to see if it was really Brutus who was knocking so rudely. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. The gods know how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkind cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stabbed, he understood his beloved Brutus in gratitude. It was stronger than the violence of traitors, and it defeated him, bursting his mighty heart. And at the base of Pompey's statue, with his cloak covering his face, which was dripping with blood the whole time, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall it was, my countrymen. Then you and I, all of us fell down, while bloody treason triumphed. Oh, now you weep. I sense that you feel pity. These are gracious tears. But if it overwhelms you to look at Caesar's wounded cloak, how will you feel, kind men? Now, look at this. Here is a man, scarred, you can see, by traitors.
Oh, what a sight.
Oh, noble Caesar.
Oh, sad day.
Oh, traitors, villains. Oh, most bloody sight. We will get revenge.
Revenge. Let's go after them. Seek, burn, set fire, kill, slay. Leave no traitors alive.
Wait, countrymen.
Quiet there. Listen to noble Antony.
We'll listen to him. We'll follow him. We'll die with him.
Good friends, sweet friends, don't let me to stir you up to such mutiny. Those who have done this deed are honorable. I don't know what private grudges they had that made them do it. They were wise and honorable, and will no doubt give you reasons for it. I haven't come to steal your loyalty, friends. I'm no orator, as Brutus is. I'm only, as you know, a plain, blunt man who loved his friend, and the men who let me speak know this well. I have neither cleverness, nor rhetorical skill, nor the authority, nor gesture, nor eloquence, nor the power of speech to stir men up. I just speak directly. I tell you what you already know. I show you sweet Caesar's wounds, poor speechless mouths, and make them speak for me. But if I were Brutus, and Brutus were me, then I'd stir you up and install in each of Caesar's wounds the kind of voice that could convince even stones to rise up and mutiny.
We'll mutiny. We'll burn Brutus's house. Let's go then. Come find the conspirators.
Wait and listen to me, countrymen.
Quiet, wait. Listen to Antony, most noble Antony.
Why, friends, you don't even know what you're doing yet. What has Caesar done to deserve your love? Alas, you don't know. I must tell you then. You've forgotten the will I told you about.
Yes, the will. Let's say and hear the will.
Here's the will, written under Caesar's seal. To every Roman citizen he gives, to every individual man 75 drachmas.
Most noble Caesar.
Oh, royal Caesar!
You're supposed to... Also, he left you all his walkways, in his private garden and newly planted orchards, on the side of the Tiber River. He's left them to you and to your heirs forever, public pleasures in which you will be able to stroll and relax. Here was a Caesar. When will there ever be another one like him?
Never, never. Let's go. We'll burn his body in the holy place and use the brands to set the traitors' houses on fire. Take up the body.
We'll start a fire.
We'll use the benches for wood.
And windowsills. Anything.
Now let it work. Trouble you have begun. Take whatever course you choose. What's up, my man?
So I heard Timmy does already arrived in
Where is he?
He and Lepedes are at Caesar's house.
I will go straight to visit him. I asked for him and he comes. Fortune is happy today, and in this mood will give us anything we want.
I heard Octavius and Brutus and Cassius are riding like madmen to the gates of Rome.
They probably received warning about how much I serve the people. Take me to Octavius.
I dreamed last night that I feasted with Caesar, and unlucky signs overwhelmed my imagination. I have no desire to go outside, yet something draws me there.
What's your name?
Where are you going?
Where do you live?
Are you a married man or a bachelor?
Answer all of us, now.
Yes, and be brief.
Yes, and be wise.
Yes, and be truthful if you know what's good for you.
What's my name? Where am I going? Where do I live? Am I a married man or a bachelor? Then to answer every man briefly, wisely and truthfully, wisely I say, I'm a bachelor.
You imply that married men are fools, so you'll get a blow from me for that, I think. Go on with what you were saying right this instant.
Right this instant, I'm going to Caesar's funeral.
As a friend or an enemy?
As a friend.
He answered that question straight.
As for where you live, tell us quickly. Get to the point.
Getting right to the point, I live near the capital.
Tell us your name, sir, truthfully.
Truthfully, my name is Cinna.
Tear him to pieces, he's a conspirator!
I'm Cinna the poet! Cinna the poet! Tear him apart for his bad verses. Tear him up.
I'm not Cinna the conspirator. Like, seriously.
Tear him up! Come, firebrands, over here, to Brutus's, to Cassius's, let's burn them all. Some of you go to Decius's house, and some to Casca's, some to Ligarius's, go!
Okay, let's let it.
Can I see if I can, okay.
Can someone get her feet?
I got her feet.
No, I'm heavy.
Get her middle.
Get her middle. Get her middle.
And don't trip with her. Do I record this?
No.
This is just bloopers. These are bloopers.
Oh shit!
Someone else try.
Why don't we put the blanket under you? Can we just do this?
Can we just pretend to try? Can we get the
Card
rolling
thing?
What? Does it look like I have a double chin?
No.
You're recording.
Let's slow down.
Woo!
Okay, ready?
That's not gross.
Okay, turn it off. Let's start again.
Where are my plebeians? Plebeian! Plebeian! Plebeian!
Am I gonna say Anthony or is she gonna say it for me?
You can do whatever the hell you want. You're Anthony.
Anthony Martinez for Anthony. Ana Fuentes for Brutus. Liana Llanos for Plebeian 2 and 4. Sabrina Dominguez for Plebeian 1 and 3. And special thanks to Christopher Hernandez, Julius Caesar, and Kevin Ladd for Plebeians.
Cassius?
And
Caesar's
Caesar.
dead body.
Caesar's dead body.
AKA Jesus, and I'm Cinna the poet and Octavius the servant. Thank you for watching. Bye!